Greetings and welcome to JsGrassFedGarden at the apartment stead style. So it's October 10th. I just harvested some fresh greens from the garden and I wanted to show how I make a pesto for my farmers markets that I just started selling at this season. So I make it a little bit differently for myself than as when I make it for the garden or for the farmers market. I was making like a ramp pesto with just like ramp leaves, because if you harvest the whole ramp, ramps are over harvested, so it puts a hurting on the population of the ramps. So to preserve them, I just cut the leaves off and it makes a pesto just as good. So ramp leaves, cashews, olive oil. Then I had like beet greens, garlic, cashew, cilantro, olive oil, and then one with like the same ingredients but adding kale as well. So that's the kale, beet green, garlic, cilantro, cashew, olive oil. Did some without olive oil. I did also some with no nuts. Got endless possibilities, but I always use cashews. I just recently started using walnuts the last time, a few weeks ago when I made pesto. They're really good too. I'm thinking about even trying a pistachio. But let's get into it. So I just wanted to, I'll name off the greens as I throw them in there. But yeah, just to wrap that whole up. The way I make it for myself is when I go into the garden, whatever is there, I just snip it, harvest it, mix it all together, and just make one big like random pesto. So that's what we got here. So we got green wave mustard greens. Very nice. We got some cilantro. I believe it's Carib, the variety. Got a bok choy leaf. Got a beet leaf that's seen better days, but because it got hit by some frost. I found out this year that strawberry leaves are highly medicinal. The natives use them as like teas, and I think you can eat them raw too. So strawberry leaf, putting that in there. Little baby kale. Radish leaf. A lot of the times this is underutilized, the radish leaf. Some more cilantro. Got some arugula. More green wave mustard greens. And then I had a whole bunch of Mizuna Asian greens. So that's the big base for this pesto. Shoving all that in there. What else we got in here? And then yeah, there's just some more. We got some, that's the red giant mustard green. And I'm pretty sure I had some wasabina greens in there. This is a different variety of arugula. Yeah, it's mainly, oh, and then I had some tot soy. This one got a little pest damage. That's okay. So I'm just going to throw all of this in here. Stuff it down real nice, you know. Stuff it in there. Oh, and then I had some Han Tots Thai Asian green. So I'm not trying to be, I'm just saying, like, that's not your average pesto. Oh, and there was some sage leaves in there as well. you know, I don't know who's making that kind of pesto. Somebody might now that they see this video, but that's all good. Glad I could inspire you if you choose to go this recipe route. But yeah, I found it's really cool and tastes good when you just mix everything that you got together. So I'm going to throw about a cup of walnuts into this, and I usually use about a quarter cup of olive oil. But the last time I made a pesto, I forgot the olive oil, and I was like, oh, it's different. And I was like, oh, I forgot the olive oil. But it tasted really good still. So I might just do a little bit less than a quarter cup of olive oil. And I'll spare you on all that, because, you know, the noise and, you know, the rest of the process from here. But yeah, so then I would just blend it all up real nice, and label the mason jars and jar it up, and I freeze it. So I call it fresh frozen pesto. So it's literally 6 minutes away at the garden, harvest it, come to the kitchen, do that whole process we just showed, put it in the jars and put it in the freezer. So it was like the least amount of time between the farm to the jar. So one love wholeness. I hope that this pesto video could inspire you, and I just wanted to show my way for gotta get my posture straight. I'm all bent over here. But yeah, I just wanted to show my process of making pesto. So that's Jay's grass-fed pesto. One love wholeness, we're out. Blessings. Thank you for your support.